Hi, this is Mrs. Knopf, and today we are going to continue in our new method book on the flute with line 14, Hot Cross Buns. So this song is using our newest notes, and we are going to start at the beginning. So as always, we are in the treble clef, and now we have something new before our time signature. We have these two flats, and this is your key signature. So the placement of these flats is super important. The first flat is on the third line, which is the B line. So this tells us that all Bs, no matter where they are, will be played as B flats. So if you look, we have this flat sign on the third line. If you go all the way across, this is a B right here, but because of the flat and the key signature, this is a B flat. Same happens in measure 4 and 5. All of these are B flats. And then at measure 8 at the very end. So instead of a reminder accidental or a reminder flat in front of all of those Bs, we clean this up a little bit by having a flat in our key signature. The next one is the flat sign in the fourth space. Well, that's the E space. And so any E's that we would have would be an E flat. Even though we don't have any, we still need that flat sign there in the key signature because this tells us what key we are in. We are in the key of B flat. So that's just a brief rundown of key signatures. We will become very accustomed to seeing those. All right, so after our key signature, we have our time signature. We've gone over this so many times. We are in 4/4 time, so we have 4 beats in every measure, and the whole note, if we had one, would get 4 beats. So let's do that math. If we have a whole note at 4 beats, half of a whole is half, and half of 4 is 2. So the half notes that we start on get 2 full beats each. And then a half of a half is a quarter, half of 2 is 1. So all of the colored in notes that are quarter notes get 1 beat each in this time signature. So with that in mind, let's go through our line. Let's go through the song. So we start with a half note D. It's on the fourth line. And don't forget your D is this. So we have this thumb key, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and no pinky. That is your D. We hold it for 2 full beats, and then we shift and go to the C on the third space. So C is just this first key right here and just the pinky on the foot joint. Everything else that was down is now up, and everything that was up is now down. So after that half note C, we add our thumb, we add our first finger, and we do all of that at the same time for the B flat in measure 2. So in measure 2, we have a half note B flat and then a half rest. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between a half rest and a whole rest. If it's a whole rest, it's in the measure all by itself. But a half rest is going to share the measure with something else. So this half rest also deserves 2 beats. And then we play the same pattern again. So repetition is really helpful in music. At the end of the first line, we go on down to the second line, and we have 4 quarter note B flats, so we're still here. And then we change in the next measure to 4 quarter note Cs. So we lift our thumb, we lift that first finger. And then we end with the same pattern that we started with. Half note D, half note C, half note B flat. You want to make sure that you're moving your fingers all at the same time. Otherwise, you're going to get a glitch in your sound. You also want to be tonguing at the same time that you're using your fingers to change notes. So start each note with a t sound and let the air sustain the sound. Just like that. So let's go from the beginning and play through Hot Cross Buns. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready. And that was it for line 14. I hope this helps you, and we'll see you next time.